Today, Loki episode 3, Michal Myers is back, Transformers goes furry.
And more interviews with more vampires?
We just need a bit of a Zilla Boys dance-off going on at the very beginning of this.
We can put that in the bloopers.
Just instead of an actual intro, just both of us on a cement stand just doing this. It's not even good dancing.
For money.
For money. Good morning, good evening, everyone. You are listening to the Zilla Boys podcast. I'm Jacob, and that is Ernesto.
What up, everybody?
Real quick, before we get to the show, we want to thank our 35 subscribers
35,
on YouTube.
95.
What am I saying?
Our 95 subscribers, thank you.
That was such a
We're
miscalculation.
almost
It
there,
wasn't even
people,
funny.
to this milestone.
Okay, despite my inability to do math, I do want to thank our 95 subscribers for subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you are listening on other mediums such as Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts, which we have our podcast on, go subscribe to us on YouTube.
We appreciate everything y'all do for us. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, seriously though, everyone who listens to our show, we appreciate every single person who listens, who likes and subscribes, who comments. And also, like, if you disagree with us or if you agree with us, comment down below. We want to hear your opinion. We want to have a dialogue with you.
Or if you want us to talk about something that we haven't talked about yet, because obviously we miss a lot of things to talk about, and we want to discuss what you want to discuss about, man. I mean, anything. It just doesn't have to be, pop culture. It can be any kind of film franchise, horror, sci-fi, action, Vanguard, whatever, dude. Just give us a holler, man, or just any questions in general.
Definitely. And once again, thank you to everyone who subscribed. We appreciate every single one of you. All right. Let's start the show. First topic of the day, Loki episode 3 has aired, and again, I don't know, however, I don't really know the consensus that everyone's feeling right now. I've seen a few reviews. I don't know what everyone thinks of the show.
It's mixed.
It's mixed, whatever. Yeah. I really like it. Personally, I think this is the best that Marvel has put out so far. I think it's the most consistent that Marvel's put out so far, and I think it's the most interesting story-wise. What do you think?
I would definitely say this is the most stunning episode they've made so
by
far. Like, just being on this purple planet is just, I'm sorry, I mean, from like a filmmaker, producer.
Oh, yeah,
place,
aesthetically, it's great.
Oh, my, it's just so beautiful. And they use like you said, the wide lenses the whole time, man. Like, it was always like these big open shots. You can see like the meteors coming down and breaking apart the planet. I don't know.
There's something a little more grand when you see like a lot of action happening in just a wide shot, and you can like make out everything and see like the little details. It's really cool world building. The fact that this happens on one single planet.
I bet you they use that Mandalorian stagecraft technology. I bet you they used it for that.
The volume?
Yeah.
It's possible. They have that ability now, so I don't know. But I don't know why they wouldn't use it since they have it.
Well, it's not the volume anymore. They give it a name.
It's not
stagecraft.
Listen, I'm going to keep calling it the volume until further notice.
Both names are cool, but still, it was gorgeous, man, and just like it was again it was a plot-driven episode. Him and her sat down and they actually got to know each other and know a little bit about each other, man.
I was worried maybe you had the same concern, but I was worried that they were going to reify it because it's Disney. I was worried that they were going to have her just a very strong and a very kick-butt lady, but with not a lot of personality. But she has a lot of personality, and she does. She's very similar to Loki in that aspect, which makes sense since she's a different version of Loki. But they have really good chemistry, and they really good banter, and I really liked Lady Loki in this episode. They didn't really explore her as much as I hoped they would, but I'm sure that they're going to continue on with that. It's a series. But I really liked her interactions with Loki, and I like her character so far. So they're doing a great job.
I like the fact that, like her story is different from his story, the way they were raised.
Oh yeah. And
their power set's different. Like, she has different powers than he does. Mm-hmm. And there's powers that he does that she can't do. Like the projection where he projects himself multiple times, she can't do that.
Yeah.
But yet she can take over minds, possess people.
Definitely.
And he's trying to learn that from her. Like, oh, how do you do that? How do you do that? Tell me how you do that.
There's a little bit in this episode where I felt like they were really copying off Star Wars when they say, like, oh, it only works in the weak mind. It's like, of course it does.
It's the Force, man.
Yeah, man. Star Wars and Marvel, they're connected. It just happens later on.
They had some good action in it because they hopped on that train. Mm-hmm. That planet looked crazy, man. Just the technology, the train looked cool. I mean, everything, the episode looked really good. Like, everything from production value. And I'm like, Like, so they had some really good like moments in there where he's describing his mother and how his
Yeah, they
mother.
oddly have some heartfelt moments, which makes sense for two characters that come from different universes, but obviously they have some things in common because they're still different versions of the same character. But yeah, it was interesting for Loki to come out and tell her these things and tell her why he's the way he is and like certain bits of his story that are going to get him a little emotional. We know a little bit about her. We don't know too much, but I'm sure we'll figure that out as we go along. But we know that her main objective is to go after the timekeepers.
Right.
And it's alluded in this episode that this timekeeper thing maybe is more of a prison than anything, because we learned from her that a lot of these timekeepers, they're not created or they're not born like the timekeeper. They're taken from Earth and they have memories.
Yep.
And so apparently, like, this whole world that Owen Wilson's character lives in and then all these characters live in, they may have just been taken. And this is kind of like a weird, strange captive system, possibly.
Yeah.
So we don't know too much about it, but we know that Lady Loki definitely wants to take this place and burn it to the ground. We don't know
She's definitely
everything
got
yet.
like a Daenerys Targaryen burn the wheel, break the wheel kind of thing going on for her. Like she wants to bring the system down, which is cool, and it's kind of cool to see that everything ain't as cracked up as it is, man. Like they've lied to Loki, figure that out. They're lying to him. Obviously, he's like
Are they lying? Because Owen Wilson's character seems to like legitimately believe it. I don't think Owen Wilson's character seems very legitimate. He seems very like he believes it. I mean, when he had his
maybe he
conversations
doesn't know.
in the last episode,
Maybe he's brainwashed.
he might be. Well, when you look at his conversations with Loki in the last episode, he very much believed in the timekeepers.
Right.
He kind of had that faith element in it, but he never actually saw what the timekeepers were.
Because I think maybe it's just like they've been they're brainwashed or something, man. Because like he believes in this what's going on. Like he believes in the timekeepers like blindly, so something had to have happened.
It's definitely possible, and definitely because they have older memories. Maybe their mind was wiped, and maybe they just like this is where you originated, and you have no other memories past that. That's possible.
That could be it too.
Anyway, back to the third episode. I just want to bring up one specific point. Tom Holland's singing voice, or Tom, excuse me, not Tom Holland, but Tom. Oh my gosh, I forgot his name. Tom Hiddleston's singing voice is fantastic. I'm sorry.
So bad with names.
I'm not great with names.
Tom Hiddleston.
My goodness, his singing voice is awesome. When he gets very, very wasted in that train that they're taking, he kind of gets a moment to like be happy for a
just
second.
let loose, man.
Yeah, and let loose, which is something that Loki's always been like a goofy character, but it's kind of fun to like see him like have fun with people. Like,
I don't consider Loki a goofy character, man. He's like,
dude, watch Thor Ragnarok. He's a goofy character.
But that's not goofy, man. He's just written. He's comedical. He's not goofy, man. I don't think he's goofy. I think
remember the Pompeii scene where he was like running over everybody and letting goats loose and telling everyone like, we're gonna die.
Is that goofy though? I mean,
it is goofy.
Oh, okay.
It is totally goofy.
I think that's goofy. Maybe funny, not goofy.
I mean, I don't think I don't think at his core he's goofy.
I definitely felt when he was sitting down with Lady Loki, talking eye to eye, heartfelt talking, drinking. I definitely got a James Bond vibe from him. Dude, like I can see him playing James Bond for real, dude. Like a serious contender.
Really?
Oh, obviously. Tom Hiddleston, he's got some chops, man.
He does.
He's really good, man. He doesn't. Have you seen that movie where he plays Hank Williams Jr.? I mean Hank Williams.
I don't believe so. Which movie is that called?
I forgot, but it's a biography about Hank Williams. He plays him.
Okay. And
Hank Williams is an alcoholic, and he cheats on he's not that great of a person, and he plays him really well.
Yeah,
it's a really good movie. But it just reaffirmed me that this dude is not just Loki. He actually can act, man.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think he is a great actor. I think Loki is kind of a vacation for him because obviously, like we talked about this in the past, he plays Loki with just such a glee, and like he's clearly having fun on set.
Yeah, like he's defined the character. Like he's the first one to get his hands on Loki. Mm-hmm. So whoever takes over for him next is going to have to compete with him.
Yeah.
And he's been in like 7 films and had his own TV show. So, he's kind of cemented as that character.
Definitely. It's like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man or Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Like,
absolutely.
You think of that character when you think of Wolverine. You think of that guy playing him when you think of Iron Man. Like, no one can think of Iron Man and not think of Robert Downey Jr. So, so thinking of Loki and only thinking of Tom Hiddleston playing Loki, I got the name right.
There you go.
It's synonymous. But I do wanted to bring up part of this episode where I think it gets really right is the way the filmmakers bring some chemistry with these two characters. And I
Right.
think one of the best ways that you can do that in a film and or series is put the two characters in peril and see how they react to that. Because the best way to bring chemistry with these two characters is to put them in stressful and freak out situations and have them work together. That's probably the easiest and best way to get two characters who don't really know a lot about each other in a close-knit situation, give them chemistry. And by the end of this episode, like, dang, they work really well together, and I'm actually really interested in see where they go forward.
They don't, man. Like the whole time she's trying to be cool, and
No, that's not what I'm saying.
And he's just like, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. He's dancing and singing and acting a fool and not caring what's going on.
You misunderstand me. I'm not saying like as a team, like in real life, like clearly they're trying to backstab each other all the time.
Okay.
But I'm saying is like on screen, like characters, like they work,
chemistry.
they bounce, they bounce off really well with each other. And like you said, like they had a nice conversation when they were sitting down the train and they were opening up to each other. And obviously they're trying to backstab each other. They're two different versions of people who backstab each other. But it's fun to watch. It's fun to see their interactions, and that's what I mean by that. I'm not saying they necessarily are the best team in the world, but I'm saying they're characters that bounce off each other really well.
Yeah, but all in all, I thought it was, like I said, there were some really good parts, and this was just them finding each other out, man. Now they're going to move on. They got to that city, and now we're going to see what's going on. And they're still they're trying to charge that pad up. They're trying to find a power source because that pad got broken on their trip into that realm or whatever, that planet. Mm-hmm. And now they're trying to find a way to charge it. And they're stuck on that planet, and the planet's about to be destroyed in like, what, 2 or 3 hours or something like that?
Yeah, pretty soon.
And they're against the clock. And at the end, they're still against the clock, and they leave us,
They leave us in suspense.
Yeah, for sure.
And by the way, I just want to say, like, the filmmakers and the directors who, like, created that one shot, I know there was, like, hidden cuts, but even so, like, that was a pretty cool one shot they did there at the very end.
Oh, the city?
Oh, yeah. No, at the very ending, when they were running into the scene, they're trying to get to the Ark to get off this planet.
Oh, and it blows up?
Yeah, and it blows up. There's this one shot that kind of tracks around them as the chaos unfolds.
So now you know what's going to happen now.
Yeah. It leaves us on a pretty good
cliffhanger. Absolutely.
Yeah, which I think a lot of episodes, especially with WandaVision, left us on like an infuriating cliffhanger. It's like, dag nabbit. But this one makes sense as a cliffhanger. I don't know if that. Yeah, it's a good cliffhanger.
I don't know. It was a filler episode. It was, like I said, it was beautifully shot. Had some good action. The effects looked really good.
Yeah.
Like, they worked together as a team. I think not well, but at least they survive.
But it definitely needed to happen to get us interested in Lady Loki's character. Yeah.
I remember when I saw the trailer, I thought that was Black Widow. Like that.
Oh, really?
Of them sitting down and looking into, like, it was purple. I thought it was maybe like the Soul Stone, like, land or whatever.
I was about to insult you, but actually that makes kind of sense.
And he was down there talking to Black Widow. She's trapped there, or maybe she's not. I don't know. Because she sacrificed her soul, right, to the stone. So it's there on that planet, right? It should be.
I guess so, but that would kind of be an irreversible thing because of Infinity War, or would it be? I feel like it would be.
No, because she sacrificed herself to get the stone. Remember?
She did, but I feel like that would be an irreversible thing.
No, yeah, you can't reverse it. I'm saying she's still. Never mind. Anyways, it wasn't her.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No, I get it.
It was. We're going to rant about the Soul Stone. It wasn't her.
Anyway, good episode.
Good episode. Can't wait to see the next one.
Definitely.
I'm very surprised.
Very surprised. Very interested. Good job with Loki so far. I guess I can understand why it's mixed, but personally, I'm enjoying it. All right, next topic. Halloween is back. Now, I don't know how everyone feels about the reboot of Halloween that happened a while back, which was just titled Halloween. So now there are 3 movies out there that are titled Halloween. The original Halloween movie, the Rob Zombie remake, and then the reboot that happened a few years ago. So there's 3 movies out there called Halloween, and there's no distinction. Like Halloween. Like, which one are you talking about? It doesn't matter. But that movie came out. It did very, very well. It was I don't know. I don't actually know. Like, it was one of the highest grossing horror movies at that time.
Right.
So
Pre-COVID.
Obviously it was going to be a great success. Jamie Lee Curtis, I think, was obviously one of the best parts about that movie, and Michael Myers. Both of them definitely the highlights of that movie. I didn't really like the mom or the kid that much, but by far Jamie Lee Curtis going against Michael Myers, awesome. And now not the remake, but the sequel's coming out. And it's following directly after the events. Like the night. Like the night we're still continuing the night.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first like the one that Rob Zombie made, like John Carpenter had nothing to do with those. He had like nothing. Yeah. But these new ones, he's like a main producer on it. Like Danny McBride and that other writer, like had a meeting and pitched him this movie. Like Danny McBride, I couldn't believe he
of all people,
man, really. Yeah. And they said like John Carpenter was excited to do this movie. It's like a direct sequel to number one, you know. And I liked it, dude. I thought the first one was amazing, dude. Jamie Lee Curtis was insanely crazy, but kick ass at the same time.
Oh, she's awesome.
And I know you said you didn't like the daughter, but her daughter grew up with years and years of abuse of believing in a boogeyman she didn't think was there, but he really exists, you know. And all this time she's preparing her granddaughter, her daughter, anyone that walks into her life to be ready for war. Because this dude, once he gets loose, it's on, dude. And it's like that, dude, you know?
Yeah.
That part where that woman's in the bathroom in the first one and he walks in and just throws that dude's teeth on the floor and then, like, bombards on her, bro. Oh, it was insane, man. It was just, the killing was, it's like he was killing to kill, not killing because he was in a movie.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a movie kill. It felt like a real psychopathic killer just killing people. You know what I'm saying? And I love that feeling. And the trailer shows more of that. Oh my God, does this show more of that? It's just like it takes place, like you said, it picks up the night before, the same night. You know, they've escaped, and then I guess
the ambulance is going back.
The
to the
fire
burning
truck
house.
is going back to the house, and they're checking on the house, and he pops up and he starts killing all the firemen, and he grabs the concrete saw that we've seen in Army of the Dead, but he uses it on the fireman. He's just like.
Zack Snyder, take note.
Oh,
that's
man,
how you use a concrete saw.
It was gorgeous, and just he's going back, killing people, just rampaging through the cities, and I guess the people have had enough, and they like spark a revolt, where like a mob going after him.
Apparently, because there's an army forming against Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Which, it's Michael Myers. How are you gonna kill him?
You need a lot of people. You know what I'm
Clearly.
saying? I mean, he
if
is flesh and blood. But he's
True.
just a hard guy to kill, you know.
True. If he was in Texas, I would believe it because every single person in Texas has a gun. It's like Michael Myers is out. He's got a kitchen knife.
But
they
they had like machetes and baseball bats and pitchforks, you know.
It seemed like a lot of teenagers in that audience. A lot of people was like, every time there's a group of teenagers that like kind of forms, because I've seen like mobs that form, and they always are like, let's go, and there's always like that one person that's actually brave, and the rest of them are like, yeah, go get them.
They showed that part where he was killing kids. Like in Halloween costumes, they probably had enough of it, man. You know,
they probably did.
So I don't know. It looks badass, man. I can't wait to see this, man. I'm really hyped to see this movie, man. They waited a year for COVID, and I think it's gonna be worth the wait, bro.
I hope so. Well, let me say the continuity like works really, really well because Jamie Lee Curtis, like, despite still aging,
she sells it.
Like, obviously, I'm not saying that. Obviously, she's older and she's not gonna, like, she still kills it. In the last movie, she killed it. Look, she looks like she's gonna kill it this time. Because obviously we're still going to get another match with her and Michael Myers. If we don't get that, that's going to be stupid.
I like in the first one where like Michael comes up and her daughter's got the gun. She's like, oh my God, Michael, don't hurt me. And then he shows himself. She's like, there you go. She just starts like nailing him, dude. Like
I did really like that. That was really good.
She's like, don't hurt me, please. Oh my God. And then he comes up like that. There you go. And she's just going, like, I know the daughter kicks a little ass too, man. And I think this one, the granddaughter finally has enough and she flips out. Because craziness is in their blood. Because, you know, Michael is Jamie Lee Curtis' brother. So psychoness runs in the family, dude.
I don't know. There's craziness and then there's what? Because there's a moment in this where Michael Myers is pretty much stabbing her. And she's saying, do it. And it's like, part of me, I'm sure some people can take that as bravery. I'm sure, in my mind, I'm just like, what are you doing?
I think she was saying, do it like to end it. Like, it ends with me. Our bloodline's done. Oh,
well, there goes my beer. Thank you.
Oops. but that's what I think she meant. Like, end it right now. If that's what you want to do.
Jamie Lee Curtis is my grandma. I can't take it anymore. Just kill me.
But
Michael
dude,
Myers.
she's this reboot with her is kicking way more butt than Terminator Dark Fate with Linda Hamilton. They really misused her, bro. Like, oh my God, it was so horrible.
Yeah.
To watch. This is actually like you're into it, man. Like
Definitely.
like giving me this, you know.
Like there are some people who don't like the Halloween reboot, and I understand why. But if you compare it to like the Terminator reboots that have been going on, this is so much better. And I actually really like the first one. I know I said I don't really like the daughter that much, and the mom annoys me.
Yeah.
But for the most part, that movie is supremely entertaining, and it definitely I understand why John Carpenter likes this because it really homages to the original. It happens on Halloween. It's Michael Myers is his original character, and I know a lot of people have an issue with him dropping the teeth down. But if you look at his original character, he revels in he's crazy, he's evil, he's psychotic, but he revels in that.
Or the part where they go to visit him at the insane asylum.
Yep.
And they pull the mask out, and all the crazies around him start going losing it and freaking out, and
is that they know who he is.
Oh man, that made my skin crawl, bro. I'm not a real big horror. I like horror. I'm not a big horror fan like I used to be because it's kind of a genre that's coasting.
Yeah.
But this has my attention, man. I hated the Child's Play remake. Oh my god, it was so horrible, dude. And the Freddy Krueger one sucked.
We don't even talk about that.
The Friday the 13th one where he's at the lake and he's just a crazy person. That was. Those are both two Michael Bay films, man, but this one actually is pretty good. I thought the Rob Zombie one was okay, but I think this one's way better, man.
I can respect Rob Zombie, but I don't like his Halloween movies.
You don't like it?
I mean, the first one's not the worst thing in the world. The second one is utter garbage.
Yeah, I like the first one.
Yeah. But no, I think this is a natural way to progress. I really like that the last Halloween movie kind of ignored the sequels and kind of just made its own thing.
Right.
So, and this seems like a natural progression to that movie.
Right.
And again, any excuse to get Jamie Lee Curtis on screen again, she's such a great character, and I love seeing her face off against Michael. It's always great. Love seeing her. So I'm interested to see where this movie goes, and I feel like there's only one of two, a very few ways you can actually end this thing, because he has to die at some point. I know Hollywood's so interested in remakes, but eventually, when are they going to actually kill this guy?
You know what? You know how, they have, I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic here, but
yeah.
They have Jamie Lee Curtis come back as, old gray woman, but still kick ass in Halloween. What if they made an Alien movie with old Sigourney Weaver, gray and old, but still, get away from her, you bitch? You don't think? No?
I don't know. There was a lot of concept art for... Who was the guy who did District 9?
I don't know.
I don't remember his name. Anyway, the director of District... Yeah, we don't remember...
Neil Blomkamp. Neil Blomkamp.
Yeah, okay.
Neil Blomkamp, I got it, yes!
I was about to insult you. You don't remember it either. Anyway, Neil Blomkamp was going to do an Alien sequel that completely ignored Alien 3, which I get.
Yeah, Alien
I'm actually one of the Alien 3 defenders. I don't think it's as bad as everyone says. It's not great, but it's not nearly as bad as everyone says.
The problem with Alien 3 is that Aliens was so dope. Aliens was so good. What do you do next, man?
Well, you should have. We can talk about this in a second. Actually, let's talk about this now because we're already on the topic.
What?
See, here's what they were originally going to do. So, Alien 1 was obviously very isolationist.
Right.
Alien 3, Aliens said, you know what? Screw it. We're just going to have a bunch of aliens.
Right.
Which was great. And it was a great departure from that. It's still horror, but it's an action horror. Alien 3 was going to be on Earth, and it was going to have the aliens come to Earth. Now, that was Alien. Was it not Resurrection, but
Resurrection? I think
it was that happened in Alien versus Predator, and Alien versus Predator was terrible.
Terrible.
But imagine if we got the Aliens sequel, Alien 3, back then, and we actually had the aliens come to Earth, the xenomorphs come to Earth, not the Predators, just the xenomorphs. That would have been a natural progression of everything that have gone so far, because I feel like Alien 3 was kind of just a re-progression, which was Alien 1, which was isolationist, and then big blockbuster action of aliens, and then we went right back to Alien.
And then maybe Alien versus Predator is that the aliens have gotten loose on Earth, and then the Predators come help the humans exterminate them. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be pretty cool.
We're going off topic.
We are. Anyway, oh gosh, what?
Anyways, Halloween Kills again or whatever. It looks
great.
It looks dope, man. I'm ready to watch this movie, dude. I'm for sure.
I'll be there opening night. All right, next topic. Transformers. That's a great. Transformers goes furry. That sounds like a road trip movie.
Okay.
Transformers goes furry.
Well, it was released this weekend that the next Transformers movies will be called Rise of the Beasts. And they're
sequel to Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
They're going to go into the Beast Wars mythology, The CEO of Hasbro has said that all these movies we've made, all we've done is just have Transformer, Autobots and Decepticons, and that's all we've had, and we've overcrowded, the movies of, Autobots and Decepticons, so we're going to try something new. We're going to try to bring the Beast Wars into it, which I think is cool. I like the Beast Wars. I remember me and my brother growing up, we'd watch it before we go to school. It was really cool cartoon. It was different because it was 3D animation.
Yeah.
Before 3D animation took off. This was probably after Toy Story just came out.
Yeah.
So this was a new concept, which was cool. I mean, it was slow, but it was still really cool. And the concept of, Transformers that are animals instead of cars or vehicles was pretty cool. But I don't know about this, man. I'm really scared because we haven't really got a really good Transformers movie yet. I mean, the first one was pretty badass. Don't get me wrong. I will
agree.
One.
I love the first one. It has a soft place in my heart.
2, 3, 4, 5, and Bumblebee. Bumblebee was okay.
Bumblebee was better than 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, but that's not saying much.
It's not.
But I don't know. It's gonna be it's gonna have Optimus Prime. They're gonna have Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, and then they're gonna have some Autobot good guy. I mean, some Beast Wars good guys, and some. They're called the Maximals. The good guys are called the Maximals, and the bad guys are called the Predacons.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they released a couple characters, and they're okay, man, but not the ones I wanted to see, which kind of sucks. But
I feel it very interesting that the CEO or whoever is creatively in control of Hasbro is saying that we are overcrowding it with Autobots and Decepticons.
Yeah.
And like you said, we haven't really gotten a solid Transformers, Autobots, and Decepticons. We obviously have gotten movies with Autobots and Decepticons, but as it relates to Cybertron, a full Cybertron movie, the very beginning of Bumblebee is everyone's favorite part of Bumblebee.
Right.
But we never got that in full feature-length film.
Yeah.
And so to say that, we've told the story enough, not really. No, you haven't. I don't think you've explored this story enough, if anything. So to say that feels like they're kind of creatively bankrupt. And I'm not saying that Beast Wars isn't a place to go, but I'm saying, are you sure you've told this story in the best ways possible? I feel like you can do more with this story than just say, oh, we have to do something else now.
But see, in Transformers, they had humans. In Beast Wars, there's no humans.
That is true.
They crash to Earth, and it's prehistoric Earth when they get there. That's why, Megatron's a dinosaur. He's a T-Rex.
Yeah.
And then you got Dinobot, who's a Velociraptor. You know, so I don't know how they're gonna do it, man. It takes place in New York.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm really worried, man, because like I said, I want it to be good. Don't get me wrong, I really want it to be good. To see freaking, Optimus Prime will say, Maximals, whatever. I forgot what he said. What is he? Maximize. They say maximize. I like to hear him say that, man, or hear Megatron.
Maximize.
Yeah, what they say. They say their name and they say was it?
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Was it? What's his name? Maximus Prime is his name. No.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Optimus Primal. That's his name.
Optimus Maximus Meridius.
Optimus Maximus. No, but I think they're gonna have Optimus Primal. I mean Maximus Prime. I forgot their names, but they're gonna. He's a gorilla, but he's their Optimus. And they're gonna have Rhinox, who's I guess their Ironhide, their special weapons guy.
Yeah.
But he's a Rhino.
Yeah.
It's and they're not even releasing what bad guys they're gonna have because Megatron and Megatron right next to each other. I don't know, man. I don't know.
It seems to be a weird thing to go to Beast Wars because if you look at the fans of Transformers, which Transformers isn't nearly as big as what it used to be. There's two sets of Transformers fans. There are people who grew up with Transformers and saw the original animation and collected the toys and everything. And then there are modern day fans who either saw the Transformers on Cartoon Network, which wasn't a very long lasting thing, or they saw the Michael Bay films. So I wouldn't imagine, and most of those people have either grown out of Transformers or have grown. Or they're either too old at this point. So it's hard to say there's a huge Transformers fan base. So to say that Beast Wars, which was popular back in the day, is something that you should go to, I don't even know.
It was hard for Transformers fans to... It was a slow burn. It was a hard... Like I said, it was 3D animation, so it was even harder.
Weird.
So to bite into. So I don't know, man. I'm hoping... And then you're trying to get people to buy into the concept of robots that transform into animals. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how they're gonna do that, man. You know, it's gonna be hard. So I got roasted on Instagram because I was like, oh yeah, Beast Wars, yeah, let's do this now. You know, this makes perfect sense. Like, oh, you don't know, it's a different director and this guy this. I was like, yeah, but
What does that mean?
no, he's the guy who's directed. He directed Creed 2. He's a very talented director, but just because you're
he did Creed 2?
Yeah, but just because you're a talented director don't mean that you can make this work. You know what I'm saying? Like
there's always going to be that studio interference.
Especially if he's not writing the script and a treatment or whatever. Has nothing to do. He's just gonna just come in and make this movie. I don't know, man. It's just I don't know, dude. I hope it's good. I'm probably not. I hope it's good.
We can all hope, because even so, like, I know you were kind of sick of Bumblebee, and it was a story that has been told to death with like the original E.T. and even like the other Transformers movies. I liked it. It was nothing special, but it was still better than the most of them, and I really do like the Transformers 1. So there is a fan base for it at the very most. I kind of agree with you. I don't know how this is going to pan out, and I don't even know if this is for the better. I'm interested, but that's it.
I liked Bumblebee. I just didn't. I've already seen that movie.
Yeah.
It was basically Transformers 1. That's what it was. Mm-hmm. You know, it was the same thing. It's just a reboot. I like the 2 minutes we get in Cybertron. I want to see that movie. If they made a 2-hour movie with that, and then we go to Beast Wars, yeah, but give me that first, man. That's what everybody wants to see.
Yeah.
They want to see Cybertron, like a good hour of that battle on Cybertron before they come to Earth, before they involve any humans. You know, you have to set up the lore of what's going on, and it has to. I don't know. That 3 minutes spoiled me, man. The G1, Optimus, and RC, Jazz, Ironhide. They were, RC.
You just get flashbacks to that original Transformers movie. Like,
it just
remember
you
that?
Got the touch.
You got the power.
You got the power.
Woo! Go get him, Optimus. Man, every time I hear that song, I only think of Transformers and Megatron, Optimus Prime, and their final battle.
Why don't they just do that movie but make it CGI? How cool would that be, dude?
Yeah, and that is the best Transformers. Let's be honest, that's the best Transformers movie.
Yeah,
that
is, dude.
Anyone haven't seen it? Fantastic. Unicron is the villain. What is it?
Rodimus Prime.
Rodimus Prime.
I like Rodimus Prime. People didn't like him because when he took over, they brought Optimus back. But I liked Rodimus Prime. I liked Rodimus Prime. Yeah.
I know they did like the original version. Like they did it for toys.
Yeah,
but even so, I like Rodimus
dope. Yeah,
Prime.
he was dope, man.
He was cool.
Yeah. So.
And that kid had a hoverboard in that movie. That was amazing.
That was Spike's son.
Mm-hmm.
See, they don't even use Spike in the movies. Like, when are they gonna use?
No, he was captured on Unicron the whole time.
And
they look. I'm gonna go on.
We already had the discussion about using Spike. I got really pissed off they didn't use Spike. I'm sorry.
We're gonna go off topic a lot today. But
Transformers.
I really want to go to the fact that in that original movie they killed Transformer, like Ironhide, a lot of those people they died. Like in the original
Optimus
show,
kills Megatron, dude.
Yeah,
and
then
not
really, because Optimus Prime dies.
I know.
Prime's not
I think
even
it's
halfway through.
It's a draw. No, he dies in the beginning.
Technically speaking, he beats Megatron, but he ends up dying from his wounds.
Yeah, because he goes to save Hot Rod. Hot Rod's in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking Hot Rod.
When they open the freaking the Matrix of Leadership and he starts to transform, that part's dope. They play you got the touch.
Woo!
You got the power. Yeah.
Bust him up.
We should do a watch party of that.
We should.
The OG Transformers movie. We should do that.
Tell you what,
we're gonna do that, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, comment down below. Is there a movie that you would like to see us do a watch party of? We could do a watch party of the old Transformers movie.
Anything, dude. Whatever you want.
We are planning
The Princess Bride. We don't care.
Oh yeah. Please make us do that.
My name is Inigo Montoya.
You killed my father. I prefer to die. No, we are going to do a watch party of the new Black Widow movie. That is a definite thing we're going to do. But if you want to see us do anything else, comment down below. What do you want to see us do?
Anything, yeah.
We're going to transition that to the next topic. All right. Interview with a vampire. So, Ernest, why don't you explain this one?
So, supposedly, AMC just inked this deal with the author of Interview with a Vampire, and she is also the author of many other books that involve vampires and witches and dark beings, and she also wrote Queen of the Damned, which is a sequel to Interview with a Vampire, which I did not know until 2 days ago, which I think is pretty dope. But yeah, like I was saying, this is a pretty big deal. 18 books, a lot of books. I mean, there's no telling how many TV shows they can get out of this or what kind of universe they can build, you know, because AMC did do The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. And they built a bigger universe, you know. So, I mean, and that time's coming to an end. They're in the last season of The Walking Dead, thank God, because it just got crazy. I mean, it's okay, but not as good as season like 3 through 6. I think were the best ones, man. But it's just a new thing they can make some good shows out of, man. You know, their next step, you know, and these are some really good books. Like Interview with a Vampire is a cult classic even to this day.
Mm-hmm.
You got Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise in their prime, you know, when they were very, very popular. And this was like a vanguard movie. This wasn't like a mainstream action flick like he was doing in the 90s. This was something that Tom Cruise, like, this is not like his kind of shtick, you know. Neither is Brad Pitt. Well, I don't know. Brad Pitt does movies like this too, though, man.
He does.
He goes for the Oscar.
What is it? Meet Joe Black. He's done movies like similar to this.
And
style.
the Jesse James assassination of Jesse James was a good movie too.
Yeah.
So, and then it also has who else is in it? Antonio Banderas is in it. And this is Kristen Dunst's her first film where she plays the little girl. It was a really good movie, man. And Christian Slater, he played that part. That,
he was still in stuff.
That River Phoenix was supposed to play, but he died. He got casted to play that,
Yeah.
and then he died. And so that was a real big thing too because he was supposed to play that reporter. But it was, it's a really good movie, man. Have you ever watched it?
I've never watched it. I'm gonna be honest. Like, the only reason I haven't watched it is like, look, I'm a huge Tom Cruise fan. He's insane in real life. I am not a huge fan of Tom Cruise as a person. But I love watching him on screen. I will be first in line to watch the new Top Gun 2 coming out.
For sure.
And I love him in the Mission Impossible movies. I love him.
God.
And he's actually a really good actor. I think people discredit him a lot because he's in a lot of action movies. He's had a lot of really good performances.
He's been nominated.
He should have been. Yeah. Born on 4th of July, The Last Samurai. Oh, what is it?
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, Jerry Maguire. Rain Man. And
I'm sorry. I gotta say something right now to Peter. I know you're listening. We actually shot a little short film this weekend, and Peter's we shot a heist.
Oh my God!
We shot a heist film, and Peter plays his character, and his inspiration for this character was Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible. And while we were setting up like shots, he was watching Tom Cruise like highlights, and he started doing that Tom Cruise like.
No, he didn't. This wasn't even like something we discussed. He no, this is my character now.
Yeah, he thinks he's Tom Cruise. But anyways, yeah, I love Tom Cruise, man. Peter,
no, he's a really good actor. Like people discredit him, but he's a really good actor and fantastic. Tropic Thunder, he played like the most disgusting, despicable character. He's balding, hairy arms. But he spit so well. He's a great actor. But I did not see him as a vampire in the trailers. He looks so stupid.
It's hard, but he's ruthless, man. He's like a ruthless killer. Like he just kills to kill. Like to him, humans are just food. And Brad Pitt plays like he's been turned, but he still has his humanity. So it's a good movie, man. I really liked it. It's one of the probably like the best vampire movies in the 90s. That and I would say Bram Stoker's Dracula. Bram Stoker's
Dracula is probably like the peak of vampire movies.
Yeah, so I really like those two. Yeah,
that and the 30 Days of Night and The Lost Boys.
Yes, The Lost Boys for sure. But then I found out that Queen of the Damned is a sequel to Interview with the Vampire. It's a movie. It's not a movie. It's a book in this book series, and it's the sequel. So the Lestat from Queen of the Damned is the same Lestat that it's in the Interview with the Vampire.
Interesting.
Which I think is cool because if they make these books and the shows, they can make the Queen of the Damned its own series and have the same character play the same Lestat. And that was a pretty badass vampire movie too, Queen of the Damned.
Yeah.
That soundtrack rocked, man. Jonathan Davis from Korn, the lead singer from Korn, he made like all those original songs and scores, and they were insane.
Yeah.
I could imagine Tom Cruise like lip syncing to that. Oh man. What was that movie where he played that? He was like that rock guy. What was that? It was like a musical where he was like lip syncing all those hair metal bands and stuff.
Oh man, I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about though? I
know what you're talking about. I don't freaking remember. Here, let me look it up real quick.
Oh my god, we're gonna look it up real quick.
All right, Tom Cruise
singing.
You know what? Movies. I've got some of this out.
What's it called? Oh, Rock of Ages.
Rock of Ages.
Where he plays the rocker and he's like, like lip syncing.
Yeah.
He could do that to some Jonathan Davis. Oh, I think that would be dope, man.
He could do. Oh, two movies that he was also really good in. Legend, Ridley Scott's
Oh,
movies.
dude, that was sick.
Legend was great.
Legend was sick. It gave me nightmares when I was a kid. But I couldn't stop
Freaking
watching
devil.
it. Yeah.
Who played the devil guy? I forgot his name.
He was a bad guy on Cobra too. I forgot his name.
Oh, Tim Curry. My
No,
God.
that's not Tim Curry.
It is Tim Curry.
He doesn't play the devil.
He does
No,
play the
doesn't.
devil.
No, it's not.
Oh, I guarantee you.
It's not Tim Curry.
Look at it. Look at it.
No.
Freaking Legend, 1985.
It's not Tim Curry.
Tim Curry,
It's
he
not
plays Darkness. It's Tim Curry.
Darkness. No, it's not Tim Curry.
But he looks like the devil. He has the big horns and the red skin. He's the devil. He's essentially the devil. It's Tim Curry, I'm telling you.
It's not Tim Curry.
It is.
That's.
We're looking at it right now. Google is providing.
I'm
the feed.
gonna look it now.
You're gonna look it
Yep.
up. Oh yeah, Google's gonna tell you something different.
He was.
I'm telling you, man. What else did he play in that movie? Because I'm telling you, he's Darkness, man.
I thought it was this other guy. Is it Tim Curry?
No, man, it's Tim Curry.
No way, that's Tim Curry. I thought that was that one muscle guy.
Told you, man. That's prosthetics, man. That's Tim Curry.
Shut up.
He did great, man.
Holy cow, you might be right, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
I'm always right. I'm never wrong. I've actually never been wrong.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought it was this other guy, man. I thought.
Told you.
Okay, well you're right. My bad.
Yeah. And one more movie that he's been in, Magnolia. Have you ever seen Magnolia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not Paul W.S. Anderson, but Paul Thomas Anderson. That's probably one of his best movies, and definitely
I think
his best performance.
I liked Minority Report. I thought that was really badass.
Oh yeah,
movie.
that was really good too.
And I think Minority Report and Last Time are probably my two favorite movies he's ever
Definitely.
made.
But back to vampire movies. I personally, look, I've never seen Interview with a Vampire, so I can't really comment on if this is going to be successful or not. Like, my opinion would really even matter at the end of the day. I think vampire movies have definitely waned in popularity over the years. I think vampires are kind of like zombies. They can definitely like wane in and out. Because it's kind of like with zombies, they had a popularity run and then they kind of waned throughout the years. And then World War Z came along, and then it kind of reunited it, and then it dropped again.
It just depends on like the film and the story. Like there's some really good like Let Me In. Have you ever seen Let Me In by Matt Reeves? Mm-hmm. That was an insane vampire movie.
That movie's rough.
Yeah, it was sick. I love that movie, man. And then The Strain.
Never seen that one.
The TV series by Guillermo del Toro about vampires. That was pretty badass. Mm-hmm. And then Blade 1 and 2. I'm not talking about Blade 3 or the Blade series, but
Blade 1 and 2 is wonderful.
Blade 1 and 2 are amazing. That is the first Marvel movie we got. Mm-hmm. Not X-Men. It was Blade.
Yeah.
And it was a vampire
So Marvel,
movie.
make this new Blade movie with like, what's his name?
Wesley Snipes.
No, not with Wesley Snipes. The guy who just got
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali. Make it rated R. It has to be rated
it's not
R.
gonna
They
be
have
R.
to be.
It's not rated R, but-
It has to be. I know it's not going to be, but it has to be.
But I'm excited to see AMC gonna try and do some of these books, man. These are really good books. I heard she's a really good. I've been reading reviews on her book. She's a really good author. She's been doing it since the 70s. Mm-hmm. So she's been writing this long. She must be good. And for them to take these books and to make them into series, like long series, AMC can do it. I think they can do a good job with this stuff, man. And it'd be cool to see it, dude. Really cool. What do you think?
I'm in and out with vampire movies. I obviously love Bram Stoker's Dracula. Right. I think that's probably the peak of vampire movies. Twilight obviously probably being the worst. But there's some really good vampire movies like 30 Days a Night. In my opinion, like 30 Days a Night probably has the most intense and awesome vampires. But there's some other really good vampire movies out there. So it's hard to say like this is going to be a really good selling point because vampires can, like zombies, can go in and out of popularity.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think this movie, like you said, has a pretty good cult following and has a pretty decent fan base. I don't know if this is going to be popular. It depends. But vampires, like I said, have been a pretty decent marketing tool for TV series and for movies. So we'll see where it goes. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be successful, and I'm not even 100% sure if I'm going to see it.
Right.
But I'm interested. I don't even know if I want to see the original one. I just don't see Tom Cruise as a vampire.
Well, since my cousin Catherine is a Scream Queen, I'm going to let her watch it first, and then she will tell me what she thinks.
Perfect.
And if she likes it, then I'll go watch it. But yeah, I'm kind of stoked to see what they're going to do with it, man. Let's rock and roll, man. Next subject.
Definitely. All right. The last subject of the day, Punisher is coming to Hulu. So according so Netflix So the Punisher series that was owned by Marvel, they did not renew their deal on Netflix. So Punisher will not be on Netflix anymore, to the unfortunate of most of us, because a lot of us, like, to me, really liked the Daredevil series that was on Netflix,
Oh, yeah,
and
sure.
personally, I really liked the Punisher series that was on Netflix. That was very, very popular, especially because they were able to get a lot more brutal than the Marvel movies. They were to get, like, in the nitty gritty, like Street Fighter kind of. It was really intense.
Absolutely.
And I don't know how Disney's reign over Marvel is going to take the Punisher. I feel like similar to Blade, it has to be rated R because it's the Punisher. Its content needs are R ratings, similar to Deadpool. Like, obviously, that guy is never going to be PG-13 and be successful. It needs to be rated R, and I feel like this needs to be rated R. And according to Hulu, apparently it's going to Hulu now. I don't know why, but it's going to Hulu.
Because Disney owns Marvel and they own Hulu, so they rather put their property on Hulu than Netflix, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and it's definitely not going on Disney Plus because you can't have, Pirates of the Caribbean and the Pixar movies next to the Punisher who's shooting people's heads off.
So if Deadpool 3 is going to be rated R, is he going to be his movies will not be on Disney Plus?
I have no idea. I don't think they can be.
If he's going to be the MCU or he's not going to be I don't know.
Is there an R-rated movie on Disney Plus?
I don't think so, man.
I don't think so. I don't know how that's going to work.
How's it going to work?
I don't know. That's a great comment below. What do you think is going to happen with Deadpool
Anyway. I mean, I'm just glad that John Bernthal is going to continue to play. They signed him to continue to play.
Thank God.
Punisher into the MCU, and they said it's going to be probably in is the NC or the TV 14 or whatever it is.
No, TV 14 because you said it's going to be a series.
Yeah, so I mean, as long as he can kill some people and show some blood and kick some ass, man, I'm all for it, dude. He is an amazing Punisher. That dude is an amazing actor, and whatever he's in, he's good. Like I told you, he's going to play Tony Soprano's dad in The Many Saints of Newark. And I can't wait to see him play this mobster shit. I can't wait to see this first freaking trailer drop. But to have him be in the MC, to be in the MCU is big.
Yeah.
Because they could have just cut him loose and all the work you did means nothing. But he has a fan following, and his show did well. Season 1 and Season 2 did really well, and so did Daredevil. And they signed Charlie Cox in to be in the MCU. He's going to be in the next Spider-Man movie. So,
and look, I think probably the most popular series.
Daredevil.
Obviously, it's Daredevil because season 3 was definitely the best, and it painted season 3
so good,
so good.
Oh,
and one of the best parts that was in Daredevil season 2 and season 3 was Punisher. Everyone loved seeing Punisher, and everyone thinks that John Bernthal is probably the best Punisher.
Right.
Obviously, there was another Punisher a while back. I don't remember what his name was. He was popular, but
Thomas Jane was all right.
Thomas Jane. He was okay. But John Bernthal has defined the Punisher, and he just embodies this brutality that the Punisher needs, and he fits this character perfectly. I think his series was really good, and I think he's great as the character, and he's a really underrated actor.
He definitely brings a more savageness to the Punisher because when he fights in all his movies, he has a savageness to him. I think dude, I don't know how to explain it, man. He has a ferocity to him, man. So,
do you remember the scene in Daredevil 3 where he was in prison? And essentially, as a kingpin, he locked him in this cell because he knew too much. And he was going to be killed by these inmates. And the cells were opening, and all these inmates were going to go after John Bernthal.
That was season 2.
It was season 2. Did I say season 3?
Season 3, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was season 2. Anyway, John Bernthal, instead of cowering in the corner, he said, you know what? Screw it. Charged these inmates and ended up just murdering all of them.
All of them, dude.
Woo, he's brutal, and he's vicious. And obviously, there's a sympathetic side with his character, and
Absolutely.
he has a heart, and he has a reason for being as brutal as he is, and he is an anti-hero. He's not necessarily a villain; he's an anti-hero. But when you piss this guy off, he's crazy. And like I was saying before, John Bernthal is such an underrated actor.
No, he explains to Daredevil. He says, "You put them in cages and they come back. I put them down and they stay down." Mm-hmm. Oh, he's so good, man. But but we get to see Charlie Cox is going to be in freaking Spider-Man, the next Spider-Man movie, A Long Way Home. And I'm pretty sure that he's in the works to have Daredevil come back to Hulu too. Because they said that there's going to be more MCU TV shows on Hulu that are going to be rated R. So if they're going to get Punisher, Daredevil's going to get his, dude.
Yeah.
I'm kind of psyched to see.
I hope so.
And they're probably going to recast Iron Fist because he didn't do too well.
Nah, he sucked.
And I think they're talking to the girl that played Jessica Jones.
She was really good. I
think they're talking to her
keep
like maybe she might be. I think she might be in the next Miss Marvel movie. It's rumors. It's rumors here.
Did you like Luke Cage?
He was okay. The first season was pretty good, but I didn't. Second season was all right.
I didn't see I saw the bits and pieces of the first season. I didn't really get into it that much, but I really like the actor. I hope he gets.
Oh yeah, he's a good actor, but out of all of them, I'm not gonna lie, Daredevil was amazing.
Oh,
dude.
he was by far above the best.
And Charlie Cox plays. I would even know Charlie Cox was not blind. The way I'm serious. Like
he plays it so perfectly.
Yeah, dude. Like even when he looks like regular, he looks like he's blind.
Yeah,
because his eyes are just. He looks crazy, man.
Yeah, straightforward ahead. But anyway, like back to John Berthenol. Like if you look at the movies that he's been in, and the role he plays in some movies, he really hasn't been a starring role in anything except The Punisher. Like he's been in Sicario, Wind River, Baby Driver, The Wolf of Wall Street, bunch of these Ford v Ferrari. He's been in all these like high profile movies, but he's only played like small roles, which is ridiculous because he's such a good actor. And the fact that he can hone this series as The Punisher, like a main Marvel character, and just kill it. It surprises me that he hasn't been in like.
He was also in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, he was also in The Walking Dead.
First two seasons.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not more of a lead than he is because he can. I think he can be a lead.
Maybe he just hasn't found his thing yet, man. You know, maybe
possibly,
or maybe he's just been typecasted just to play the tough guy roles. You know, well, I don't know. Like he was in Grudge Match and he played Robert De Niro's son. That was like a good happy feel movie that he was in. He played a pretty good role in that, and then also he was badass in The Wolf of Wall Street.
And The Accountant.
I like the part where he's sitting at the table and Leonardo DiCaprio's like telling him, sell me this pen. And then knowing he'll sell him the pen, he's like, sell me this pen. Give me hey, write something down. You want to buy a pen?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you want to buy a pen? No, write this down. You want to buy a pen? He's the only one that sold it to him, you know? And although all his other homeboys like, I don't want to, he's like, give me that shit. Give me the pen. I'll say the pen right now, you know? Like yeah, maybe this Sopranos prequel will be the role he needs to showcase his acting ability and his ability to be a leading man. You know what I'm saying? Because
maybe, but he's not going to be a leading man in this one.
It's going to be more of a like a I was not say montage. Was it a collaboration of a lot of characters? But he's going to be one of the main characters and probably get like the most like ass kicking roles and murderous roles because Johnny Boy Soprano in The Sopranos, he's a pretty badass mobster. Yeah, that's why Tony Soprano, he lives in the shadow of his father. So maybe this might be the role he gets to just show off his ferocity, man.
Hopefully, if that's the case, then so be it. He definitely deserves a leading role at this point.
Absolutely.
But even so, I'm glad they're at least continuing The Punisher, and Disney's acknowledging the fact that this guy is a very popular character. Clearly, he cannot be on Disney Plus, and if they're going to make it rated R, which that's what the rumor's saying, they're going to make it rated R, it has to be on another network, which at the very least, I can commend them for that because at least they're keeping him rated R. Same with Deadpool, thank God. Just freaking make Blade rated R. So I'm enjoying this. I like it.
I'm down, man. Give me more, like I said, John Berthenol is a really good actor, and whatever he's in, he's rock. So, give me some Punisher on Hulu, dog. Give it to me, dude.
Definitely, man. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for the 24th episode of the Zilla Boys Podcast.
Praise the roof. Praise the roof.
Once again, thank you to everyone who has subscribed to our channel. Once again, as a reminder, once we hit 21 or
21 subscribers.
I'm just going back on math. I don't know how to do math, clearly. Once we get 100 subscribers, there will be fire, there will be brimstone, we will be launching fireworks in this place. It's going to be ridiculous. We will die.
We bought them at Walmart last night.
We already have it ready. Roman candles, just straight point blank, right here.
That's right. And we're going to play like 80s like pop, like hairband music and just celebrate. But also,
have Fox on the Run playing in the background as I launch a Roman candle in your face.
But like we said earlier, man, let us know if there's anything you want us to watch. Like we want to do a watch party. Give us some ideas, man. We would like to see what you guys want us to watch. It doesn't matter, man. We're film buffs, man. So
feel free to comment down below if you feel like there's a watch party you want us to do, or if there's a topic that you want us to talk about. If there's any movie topic that you want us to have. You want us to talk about, by all means, comment down below. We will talk about it on the show. So we don't have a lot of subscribers, so we will by far, just go with your topics because we don't always have the best
And your
topics.
opinion is important to us.
Truly.
We want to be, we want to, make you feel like you're watching, to your homeboys just acting stupid. So, we can continue making you feel like that.
Yeah.
That's good for us.
If we can entertain you while also acting stupid, that's going to be great.
If I got to get a grinder and have Jacob like dance with like a monkey with the cymbals, I'll do that.
And I will do it.
All right.
For those of you on YouTube, click the subscription bar because that's nice.
Or
click the notifications down below. Or click the little ding ding bell down below.
Find us on Spotify, Google Play, Google Podcast, Apple Play, Apple Podcast, or whatever. Say
pretty much all the podcasts. You got it.
All right, there we go. Yeah, okay.
All the podcast networks. And without further ado, Ernesto.
Good show, man. Roll those credits. There y'all.
5, 4, 3.